Chairman, thank you very much. Counsel, welcome to the subcommittee. Is it true that you deal with civil litigation?
The SEC does handle civil, not criminal litigation.
Thank
yes.
you. The chairman evidently met with major Democratic donor Sam Bankman-Fried. Where was that meeting held?
I don't have any of the details relating to that meeting, but I'd be happy to get back to you with any information if there's specific questions that you have.
Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, I do have some. Counsel, I'd like to go to one of the basic tenets of why the SEC, their major tenets of what they're there for, and one of them is the formation of capital. And the concern I've got, and I'm going to speak here for a minute so that we're very clear, because I have said this to Chairman Gensler point blank in the General Committee, in the larger committee, that I believe that the SEC has weaponized their discretion that they use against the formation of capital. My father served as director of the FBI we used to have a president, his name was Reagan, and then a man named Bush, Herbert Walker Bush, and then a man named Bill Clinton. And when he first came to the FBI by and large had a operational way of doing business where they would investigate and go around people, and then at some point indict them. And it was very difficult for people who were under investigation to engage the Bureau for months and months. And my father, as a result of his service as U.S. Attorney to the Western District of Texas and Chief Judge of the Western District of Texas, attempted to and did change that policy. And that policy is one that I would like you, as General Counsel, I've already tried to come to Chairman Gensler, and it fell on deaf ears. I believe that where there is someone who is under investigation, where you have requested documentation, that person, if they hire competent legal counsel, I believe that competent legal counsel should be able to work with the SEC on the most in-depth questions that could materialize. And instead what happens is the SEC comes and weaponizes themselves to come in and give no feedback, no information, just ask for information without regard for any filing, in millions of dollars of perhaps assets that they have up, and they use their discretion and they hide behind someone. And they hide behind this, their purity. Well, we are the SEC. Rather than allowing someone to engage them on a professional basis who's a member of the bar and a court could hold them accountable for their behavior. And I want you to know that I find it unprofessional and disingenuous that this administration would have a chairman of the SEC meet with a man, perhaps we're going to find out where he met with him, only to find out that personal access, and yet someone who has millions of dollars and who is being handled by that agency for a long period of time, for the chairman to tell me upon investigation, Congressman, we're not going to say anything. We have an average of 214 days before we generally engage someone, before we say something. That's just an average. And I find that very unprofessional, and I intend, and I've been trying to engage and will engage the law to say that whoever it is, if the SEC is going to go and investigate someone, they're entitled to what I believe is the Bill of Rights, to some bit of opportunity to have professional counsel to handle that and engage your agency. So I just want you to know, I find the answers that have come out of the SEC wholly unprofessional, and that the actions that they take are to hold people at bay rather than allowing them. If you get in trouble, you ought to be able to get out. Thank you very much. I yield back my time.
Gentleman's time has expired.